I now invite our principal, Father Mario Fernandez, to welcome all the guests.
Parents, ex-students, former staff members, friends, and well-wishers of Loyola. It gives me great joy to extend a warm welcome to you on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee of Loyola High School and Junior College. On this joyous occasion of the Golden Jubilee celebrations, I thank you for your presence this evening to share in our joy and celebrate with us as we praise the Almighty for His innumerable blessings these 50 glorious years in the service of education. The occasion of the Golden Jubilee celebrations reminds us of the tremendous debt we owe to the past, the great heritage we can be justly proud of Loyola today. We possess because of the wisdom, foresight, efforts, and goodness of Father Rudolph Schock and the many principals gone before us, some of whom have walked into the splendor of eternal life. Father Schock was a man of mighty vision, far ahead of his times. He was an extraordinary man, a pioneer, a visionary, builder, architect, financial wizard, dreamer, and an educationist par excellence. It was his unflinching doggedness in surmounting great odds, his Herculean task, and unremitting efforts that went into making Loyola such a magnificent institution. He strained every nerve and explored every avenue to secure material resources to translate his noble ideals into action. Father Schock made an incredible impact on just about every facet of life, from the curriculum, the training, and discipline he imparted. We have been the true beneficiaries of the magic and beauty he brought to the world of education. While these last 50 years have been marked by grace upon grace and bountiful blessings from the Almighty, we look at the future with hope. The Jubilee celebrations began with blessing the foundation stone of the Father Schock Hall by the Bishop of Pune and the felicitation of the past principals and teachers by ELAN, that is the ex-Loyola Alumni Network, at a dinner hosted last December. On June 11th, we celebrated the birthday of the school when we felicitated the first SSC batch of 1962 and one student of every batch of the last 50 years. In July, we hosted the Jubilee Cup football match between St. Vincent's and Loyola. The match ended in a draw. The match was preceded by a sumptuous lunch for the staff of the two schools who shared our joy with us. In August, we hosted a principal seminar and lunch for principals of the leading schools of Pune. The resource person was Father Francis de Mello, ex-principal of the Bombay province of the Society of Jesus and ex-principal of the St. Xavier's Institute of Engineering, Mahim, Mumbai. In September, we hosted Ideas, an interdisciplinary exhibition of the arts and sciences, an inter-school event which was a resounding success. In October, we had a staff enrichment program a two-day workshop for our faculty on the 21st century Jesuit school and the 4 pillars of Jesuit education. The resource person was Father Norbert Menezes, Secretary of the Jesuit Educational Association, New Delhi. In November, we hosted the Inter-School Invitational Basketball Tournament, and in the end, it was the clash of the Titans. Loyola trounced St. Vincent's in a resounding victory, 34-17. And today we have the Jubilee concert featuring the Three Dreamers, produced and directed by Father Peter de Cruz, the manager. The Jubilee celebrations will finally come to a close next Saturday with a grand dinner for the ex and present staff members hosted by the management and Ilan. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest for this evening took ill at the last moment, and in his place, we are extremely happy to have Father Tony Sequeira as chief guest for today's program. In spite of the last minute notice, he very willingly agreed. Let me say a few words of introduction about our distinguished chief guest. Father Tony Sequeira hails from a very accomplished family in Pune. His parents were very devout people, and they offered their 2 only children to God. Father Tony joined the Society of Jesus, and his sister joined the Carmelite congregation. She just passed away 2 months ago in the convent at Kirky. He graduated from St. Vincent's High School, Pune in the year 1956 and joined the Society of Jesus the same year. He also taught for a short while in St. Vincent's from the year 1971-72, and he was my vice principal then. He did his philosophy studies at the Jubilee College, Pune from 1960 to 63, and his theological studies at Frankfurt, Germany from the years 65 to 69. He then went to Africa as a missionary in the year 1974 and was chiefly involved in the retreat ministry. More recently, he worked as a parish priest in an international parish in Geneva, Switzerland. That's about our chief guest. And once again, I'm extremely grateful to him for accepting our invitation at a very short notice. We shall now felicitate our chief guest with a bouquet of flowers. I now call upon our chief guest, Father Tony Sequeira, to say a few words. I requested him just a few words, very few.
Was known for long speeches. I'm known for long sermons. And his wife passed a note along and reached him and said, K-I-S-S, kiss. So later someone said to him, how sweet of your wife. He says, no, it meant keep it short, stupid. As Father Mario has insisted, it should be short. I was even told by someone else, better if you say no words at all. But I have to congratulate Loyola High School and the staff and students of the many years, including the principals. Father Rehm was my principal, Father Schock and Father Ersch were my teachers in school. And the one thing I'll say about Father Schock is that in my early teenage years, when I had problems, he was the one I turned to speak to him, to share what was troubling me. and he was a very wise and helpful guide. For that, I am very grateful. So I'd also like to thank Father Mario for inviting me to preside at this occasion, and according to his exhortation, I now wish you a very happy evening, an enjoyable evening. Thank you.